This is Tyrannical. Welcome me to my first World War II commentary. I was messing around. I got on this morning. First match on. I don't use the submachine guns. I feel that they're way overpowered in regular play, but at the same time in MLG play, they're kind of underwhelming. I think they could fix it if they mess with the health just a little bit, because I've watched pro players try to use them against other pro players, like use a submachine gun, and they always get outgunned by a guy with an AR no matter what, because their pro players they know every little head glitch, every angle to shoot somebody at. So it's kind of almost impossible to use SMGs in the MLG play at the moment. I feel like, anyway, that's my opinion. But I got a gameplay. I decided to use a submachine gun. I'm gonna actually shrink myself down here so I can show you. It was the very first game that I played. I wasn't recording because, again, I wasn't expecting to get anything like this, but I made a team of 5, or a group of 5, leave. They made sure they killed me first, of course, because I was like 16-0 when they killed me. I don't have the V2 rocket or anything like that, because I don't use submachine guns in this game. I just decided to try to use them. I have a PPSH class set up, though, just in case, because, there's the stigma with the SMGs, like, the PPSH, I don't care what anybody says, it's one of the most overpowered guns in the game. If somebody's close to you, you die in 2 bullets. I think the only AR that even stands a chance up close is the bar, but they seem to be nerfing everything except for the submachine guns. Maybe they're trying to figure out a way to balance it in MLG play as well as in public matches, but we'll see. Yeah, I'll fast forward through this a little bit, because this part right here is just show. I'll stop when I set up my class, because I actually almost started a match. I was like, I'll set up another AR class. I just use snipers normally in this game, but yeah, I was getting ready to start a match. And I was like, you know what? I'll make a submachine gun class. Let me back up for a second. Actually, I passed right up on the class because I have like no attachments for this gun. Yeah, I picked the grease gun. I think it's got a quick draw or maybe a foregrip. I think is the only attachment that I had on it. And I haven't even leveled up my airborne to even be able to prestige it yet. So I was like, you know what, I'll work on this so I can get the V2 rocket to see if maybe I can get one at some point. I don't know if it'll be a possibility for me to do it because I'm too aggressive, and this it's like an old Call of Duty, except for people who used to play old Call of Duties know you can't play like how you used to. It's weird. It's all about proper positioning, which is going to show really quick because I get my the way I set up my score streaks are in this game is 1 support and 2 lethals, which is unlike me. I usually run all support. But in this game, I tend to position myself in ways where I can try to get multi-kills with my stuff. That way, because it's only up to 75, which I feel like it could be up to 100 and the matches would go by without the time running out. Because people are starting to move around. It'll move around a lot now. We don't really deal with like extreme campers too much anymore. Like how in the first week, how people were sitting in corners everywhere. It's not like that anymore. People tend to move around. They hit head glitches and stuff, of course, but that's just part of the game now, just like it was back in the day. But the run and gun thing is kind of over at this point, unless they change the health. Like every time I try to run and gun, I get melted instantly by somebody sitting back on a head glitch. So good luck to you if you're like a super aggressive player. But the only time I ever get aggressive and actually win is when I'm using a bar, an FG42, or a submachine gun, which I usually pick up a PPSH off the ground. If I see somebody using it and I can actually gun them, I'll pick it up. But normally I just use a sniper rifle. Like I said, I've got most of my kills are with snipers, because that's what I used to do back in the day, was run snipers all the time. But yeah, you'll see what I mean about proper positioning. Like the way I position myself and drop my score streaks in shows you how easy it is to get like multi-kills in this game, just by changing your position ever so slightly. You'll see what I mean though. I literally make a group of dudes leave like real fast.
Recon aircraft ready. Recon searching for targets. Recon aloft. We have eyes in the sky.
Yeah, you have to play a little slow in this game. You can't just rush out there. Like if I had rushed out there at that guy from that side, he was pre-firing me. So the pre-fire is real.
Bomb ready.
Alright, now this is the part I was talking about. Notice where my position is right now, and notice where I drop my barrage.
Target zone locked.
I move back, get this guy out of here. Now, what happens is, I drop a missile. What happens is where I'm at and where my barrage is, it forced them to spawn over there, and bam, 5-man, instantly with a bomb. So, what I'm trying to work on is I'm trying to figure out exactly how the spawns work in this game, because they seem to be a little wonky at the moment, depending on where your teammates are positioned at, but this seems to have pretty bad spawning system in it. And I'm still working on how to figure out like where people's actual positions are. 100% of the time I'm still like not knowing. Like, watch, he killed me, right? I watched it, and then when I come back out, look at that. They all left the game. And that guy actually that killed me sent me a message. But he actually stayed. The guy who killed me stayed. Yeah, that's when I plugged in my headset, and I was like, holy crap. I was like, he was like, dude, you made them all rage quit. I was like, oh my god. He was like, damn, dude. He was like, we were talking back and forth about, getting that 5-man on with the glide bomb and all that, and then more people connected, and then it kind of goes right back to where it was before. I turn up again, and then I stay. But the submachine guns are really, really easy to do that with. I wish more people would use the snipers and the underwhelming weapons, because this right here, running around being able to just melt somebody with like very little effort, it's almost like taking the challenge right out of the game for me. So I can't play this Call of Duty for hours and hours on end like I could old Call of Duties. It has a different feel to it. It almost feels like a Battlefield game. It doesn't feel like an arcade shooter anymore. It feels like a more realistic shooter. And Call of Duty is supposed to be an arcade shooter, in my opinion. It's always been an arcade shooter. You can make mistakes and still be able to have a chance to not die instantly. In this game, if you make a mistake, you're done. You're dead. That's it. I don't know if they've messed with the health regen. I still can't tell. It seems like they haven't messed with it at all, because you still die in a couple bullets, and your health doesn't regen fast enough. Like you'll be one shot for like a full, I don't know, anywhere from 5 to 10 seconds, depending on how many bullets you were hit by. But I wish they would add a little bit of recoil to the submachine guns, and if not, just increase the health by like 2 bullets, and I think the game would be pretty solid. But as of right now, I enjoy it to an extent. Like I said, I can play it, but if I play it for too long, it just starts irritating me because of the way you die. I said, why even put why put hardcore in the game? Like everything feels like it's hardcore. Like that right there, that guy had a PPS-8 and I was gone in a half a second. But yeah, there you go. I went 25 and 2 with an SMG. I mean, what can you say? Like I'm just trying to get that thing to where I can prestige it, and I probably won't use submachine guns anymore, just so I can have my V2 rocket. I'm gonna go for sniping clips. I think for a lot of it, I might end up making a montage because, like I said, that's what I used to do a lot is snipe. So, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next video. Peace.